Well, good morning everybody, and a very warm welcome to Mildenhall and Volmer Live. And what have I done with it? Oh, it's over there. And basically, today is a bit of a bonus video because it's lockdown, although I have been working. And so this is a totally unscheduled live stream. However, I'm putting this stream together just because I was actually looking, as the title says, it's to install lighting in the Lima HST. And I was looking on the internet about how you install this particular board. And unfortunately, there wasn't any instructions or anything, and there was no videos. And so I've decided that I'm going to do this video. And if somebody wants to follow this method, then at least they've got some kind of reference point on how to do it. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this live is I always think, it's almost easier for me because then I don't have to edit it. But also the main thing is, as I'm going along, if anybody is basically wishing to ask questions as we go along, then they can feel free to do so. So I'm just going to go to my channel because then anything that comes up on the chat I can then see on my screen. So like I said, so the plan is to basically show you in live real time how to install lighting into a Lima HST locomotive. Now don't go anywhere, and I'm just going to show you first of all. Bear with me. So just to start off with, I want to do a bit of housekeeping because basically, those of you who don't follow me on Facebook, I've basically entered another Lima HST and converted another Lima HST in for service. And so this particular HST is in the Old Oak Common livery, and I have weathered it, and it has been converted, and it's now up and running on the layout. And those of you who follow me on Facebook or see me on Facebook will notice that I just put a short clip up of this particular HST running with headlights. So this was the first HST that I actually installed these type of headlights with. And now I'm going to do the second one, and the second one I'll do here live on YouTube. So you can follow me as we go along, and anybody who wants to ask any questions can do so. Now, the other bit of housekeeping I wanted to sort of add to this was that originally when I did the HST live stream, I did mention that I bought this paint from Wilko's, and I wanted to experiment with this onto that to see whether or not the colour match was any good. And it turns out that whatever was in this tin was not what matched on the lid, and it was a completely different green. And so I ended up going to Halfords to buy another tin, and this is the tin I actually used, which is the tin that's actually the colour that's on here. And this is this tin from Halfords, and it is a Land Rover Epsom green, for those of you who are interested in it. Now it does say on the top to use a grey primer. Now I did originally use a white primer because that's what I had from the previous HST conversions that I did. And basically, when I used this one, this green was way too bright. It was like Incredible Hulk green, or Jolly Green Giant green, as somebody mentioned. And I guess that's how it worked. Now I thought it might be to do with the primer, but I'm just going to show you a piece of foam board that I have, and that will definitely put any lay any kind of fears aside as to what the difference is. So if you imagine this as the white primer, you can see that that green is supposedly this green, And as you can see, it is absolutely nothing like the green that is on the lid of this tin. Absolutely nothing, completely wrong. So do not use the Wilko's green for GWR repaints if you're planning on using aerosols. As you can see, this is the other one, which is the Epsom green, the Land Rover Epsom green, and that's what I've used, and that's turned out to be absolutely brilliant. So that's that bit. So the next thing I want to talk to you about, and just as a heads up, I know YouTube were having issues yesterday. I couldn't get onto YouTube yesterday evening. I'm not sure if it's to do with the weather or because the servers went down. So if this does get cut short, I'll just delete the video because there's no point having a half-baked video to do with the lighting on HST if it keeps cutting out. So if it does, I'll just leave it and we'll just have to leave it at that. So what have we got? So basically the whole point of today's video is to do the lighting on the HST. Now a little while ago I bought this, which is the Hornby Railroad train set pack, and this came with lighting at one end, which is the headlights, and basically I'm replicating this onto this one, which I've just recently done, but I'm now just going to put some lighting into that unit. And not only am I going to put the lighting on the unit, lighting into that one, but I'm also going to be reconfiguring the lighting so it's demonstrating day running lights as opposed to just the whole lot. And I'll try and see if I can give you a quick demo. So bear with me a minute. And I'll put this on here. Oh, it won't run on here because it's got a chip in it. But basically what happens is, because the light lenses isn't painted on the front here, the lighting just tends to go everywhere. Hello Dicker Evans, welcome to the stream. You're the first one on actually. Well, the first one to say hello anyway. Apparently there's 12 people watching for now. Hello Colin Wicks, welcome to the stream. So the idea is to put, hello King Fox Junction, welcome to the stream. No, don't worry, King Fox, nobody's late. It's a case of, this is a sort of a bonus stream really, because all I'm doing today is showing you how I'm going to put lighting into a standard Lima HST, which is what this is. But I'd already made this into DCC ready because this has got a wiring harness, which I got from eBay. I don't know if you can see it. So it's ready for DCC, and it runs on DCC already. But today I'm just going to put some lighting into it, and I'm going to show you how it is. So let's see. Right, so I'm just going to show you right now. There you go. So you can see it on my rolling road right here. And just to show you, it is running on DC at the moment. I've just put a black, I do have the chip, I took the chip out. But as you can see, it is running on DC. So what I did is, like I said, the lighting unit is the same as the one on this, on the HST Railroad version. Like I said to you before, I'm not the best at electrics, which is why I did this. Yeah, to be honest, King Fox Junction, I'm the same with Engage, that's why I don't really attempt it. Plus I've been modelling all my life on 00 gauge, so I don't see the point in changing now really, for me anyway. So basically the lighting unit is the same as what's on here that I've ordered. And the lighting product code is that one there, which is X9850. And what you get is, actually I should tell you, is let's see what you get. Look. So you get basically the lighting board and a plate, and you also get a bulb. But as you can see, the bulb's not there. Now, the reason why the bulb is not there is it comes with one bulb. And when I did it originally, it worked absolutely fabulous. The problem is with one bulb is this is the glazing unit for the HST. And if you put the bulb in the center, which I'm trying to demonstrate to you, the light will only come through the middle and will only illuminate possibly the middle, like the old HSTs, the old Hornbys in the center. Now, because obviously now GWR and First Great Western and many other railway companies use the outer lights, which is that one and that one, the one bulb just isn't enough. So I've had to wire up two bulbs. So what I've had to do is, when I originally bought this pack, this lighting kit, it came with one bulb, but I'd originally bought two packs with the view of doing two models. So as it turned out, it didn't work. I mean, the lighting worked fantastic. It did exactly what it did in the tin, as it said on the tin. The problem is that because you've got one bulb, you put it in the center of the loco, and it only illuminates the middle of it. So therefore, the lights on the ends don't get no light, so it doesn't work. So you need two bulbs. Now let me see what I did with the light bulbs that I had. Oh, I left them over there. Right, so what I've done is I've since on eBay bought some additional pre-wired LEDs, and basically I'm going to use two more of these, because what I did is I took the two bulbs out of this lighting pack to keep them the same brightness and the same bulb. I used them both from the first one, and now I'm going to use two out of this pack to do this one. The other thing I'm doing is I'm experimenting with this, is that on the back of these HSTs, these Lima ones, you get just, I don't know if you can see it, let's see if I can get you to see it, but you can see that you only get two holes on each side, and the two outer ones and the two center ones, and the middle ones are blank, but I've drilled out an extra hole in the center here, because I want to see if I can get the daytime running lights to work on one side only. So that's what I'm planning on doing. And I got a Dremel for that, and I just Dremeled that out. So the first thing to do, I guess, is, so there's one. I bought four just in case. And what I'm going to do is I switch the soldering iron on. So I've got, there is some soldering involved, quite a bit of soldering involved. So if soldering isn't your thing, then it might be a bit tricky for you. But what I'm going to do is, because these cables are way too long. Also, I got ages ago a load of shrink wrap from heat shrink, I should say, from Jeff Redmond. So I'm still going through that. So that's really grateful for that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to shorten these wires. And then I'm going to see if, hopefully I'm doing this on camera. I'm trying to see if I can try and keep as much of this on camera as I can. No, that's not that one. It's that one. Yeah, that's one. Two. Right, so that's that one. Just And I'm going to do the same with this one as well. Right, so that's that one. And the thing is with doing this on live stream is you're kind of always a bit kind of wary as to whether or not this all works out or not. But this is the joys of live stream. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to use this additional piece that I've cut off, I'm going to stick this and attach that to the circuit board. So I'm just going to attach these two together, and then I'm going to attach that to just one. So you've got two bulbs connected to one piece of wire, and then this one can go into the circuit board. So that's the plan. And so I'm hoping that this will all fit together. If not, right, so that's that. So we're going to put all these three wires together. So that's 1, 2, 3, yeah, that's right. I shall do this all together. Let's see if this is, yeah, that's right. So just put a bit of flux in it. Right, so I should keep that all together. Right, so that's all good. Right, and then I'm just going to push the heat shrink across. Right, okay, that's quite tight. Just using the back of the soldering iron. So as you can see now, what I've done is I've just added the two reds together, and that goes onto one wire, like so. So now that will go to the board. And I've got to do the same with this as well. So hopefully this will all be the same. So let me just strip this one. Get this one here. Right, so that's that done. Right, so again, just twisting this. Oh, hiya, Rachel, welcome to the stream. I don't think this is going to be the most exciting of all the streams I've ever done, to be fair. However, somebody may learn something or may be happy to learn something. So I'm just going to put a bit of flux on here to help it go. And we're gonna, let's see. There we go. Right. Hello, John A. Dawson and Andrew. Welcome to the stream. So now, as you can see, that one's also done. So what I didn't do is I didn't cut off the heat shrink, which is fine because I'll just do that now. Cut a piece off. And I will thread that through the other end. My apologies if I'm not monitoring the chat right now. Right, so that seems to be, yes, that's right. So again, just use the back of the soldering iron. Right. So we've now got a little bundle here where we've connected the two bulbs together, and that goes into one cable each, and then this will go into the circuit board. So what I'm going to do now is, hopefully, like I said, I'm not the best at electric, so this could go horribly wrong. Right, so that's that. I hope we're all keeping safe during lockdown. So I'm now going to test out the theory now with this. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Oh, it must be the other way. Have I not done this right? Hang on a minute. Oh, hang on a minute. I might not have switched it on. There you go. Basically, it's on a regulator, a 3-volt regulator. So that's why I'm just checking to see. So let's see if that works. Let's see, it might be the other way. Right. Fortunately, this cable isn't actually long enough. It's not going that way. Right, I can do it, and I can see it. I don't know if you can see it on my lap, but it does work. Hang on a second. Let me see if we can get it in the camera so I can show you. All right, let's get that in. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. Can you all see that? We all good? Can we all see that? Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, cool. So we now know that they both work. So now we've now tested that, so we now know that that's good. So the whole point of that is that one will go on this side and the other one will go on that corner there. Thank God for that. I was getting a bit worried there. Like I said, my electrics ain't exactly up to scratch, so it's always a bit worrying when you've got that kind of now the next thing you're going to need to do is going to need to start, this is where it starts to get a bit complicated. You need the blue and the white and the black and the red, and the other two are not required, which is the well, I found out that they're not required. Now the thing is like I said, when I bought this, there's no instructions. It literally came in a bag, and I've had to figure this out pretty much on my own, but with the help of my railroad HST. So the next job to do is to basically connect the lighting board to the chassis. So once again, we'll have to go sort of digging around for wires, which I think I've inadvertently messed up somewhere, because I think I cut down, well, lucky for me, I cut down quite a lot of the white one by the looks of things on this one. Luckily I left a bit, and then the blue I didn't even cut it down at all, so that's a bit strange. Okay, well, it all works. It all looks like spaghetti junction, but it does work. So the next thing to do is going to be to start. I don't know if this is going to work, because I don't think, because this wire is so fine. No, it isn't. Some of these wires are so fine that you end up having to use a small pair of scissors just to take it off. Oh, there we go. Right, so that's that done. Right, so that's that white one done. And then we get the white one from here, and we'll use this bit of heat shrink as well. It does take time, this. Hello, Southern Train Girl, welcome to the stream. Come on. I do have a pair of wire cutters, as you can see, but it doesn't go fine enough because these wires are so small. And here we go. Oh, we'll get there in the end. Right, so that's that. And where is our little... Right, so now we're going to have to do another little surgery job. Now, like I said, electrics isn't really my thing, so I shouldn't really be promoting this, because I'm not exactly best at doing this, but hey ho. And then we're going to have another little... Can't believe I cut this one so short. I guess I never thought I was going to need it. There you go, mental note to self not to do that again. Right, so that's those. And again, there's another bit of flux to help the solder flow. Right, so that's that done. Oh, hello, John. Welcome to the stream, and hello, Alan. Oh, the pressure's on now. I've got John and Alan, and everybody's turned up now, so pressure's really on to get this right. Right, so my next, so That one's done as well. So, right, so that's now done. So now we can run the soldering iron around the back. So that's the white one done. Right, so for those of you who've missed it, basically I'm just wiring up this Lima HST to have lights on the front. That's probably what I'm doing now. And I've done it on the first one, on the old Oak Common one, which I showed earlier. And I felt sufficiently confident enough that I could do this live, but I'm beginning to wonder now. I'm beginning to go, oh my God, what have I let myself in for now? It's like pressure now. But hey ho. Yeah. Right, so I've just trimmed that one down a bit, but enough to, I mean, it's like spaghetti junction. Basically, John, I bought a lighting unit from, here is said lighting unit, from Peter Spares on eBay, and the catalogue number, for those of you who missed it earlier, is X9850. And this is specifically for a Lima HST Railroad or Hornby Lima stroke Railroad HST lighting unit to put headlights into it. The thing being is I'm doing this video because I looked on YouTube and I couldn't find a video on how to do it. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to do it. So if anyone wants to do it, okay, it might be a bit of a bodge or it might not come out particularly well, but we'll give it a go. Now I do have some wire strippers on here. However, because these wires are so fine, it's a case of it doesn't go. No, that still needs more. The wire strippers don't actually go that fine enough. Here we go. So that's why I'm having to use the little scissors to do it. Right, so where's the blue? Where did I put that blue? Oh, there it is. There's the blue. Like I said, unfortunately, all right, I did that one already. Right, okay, so that's the blue. Right, so we've got the blue on there, and now I need to find the blue on here. It really is spaghetti junction, this is. It really is. Right, so now I need another piece of heat shrink. So once again, thank you to Jeff. I'm still going through Jeff Redmond at Jumble Lane, who originally sent me all of this heat shrink. Now, all right, here we go. We are in. We are in, yes. I'm not sure if there's any more, because this looks a bit flimsy. Let's just have a little look, see. Well, I guess they are all our flimsy wiring. Oh no, there is more, look, see. I was right, yeah, see, that was too brittle. I thought so. There we go, that's better, much better. Okay, right, so we've got the blue there. We've got the blue there, and once again, like I said, it's not a problem, John. A. Dawson. I have to specifically say names so you know who I'm referring to. I'm just doing this because, like I said, I try to look for videos on YouTube on how to do this, and there wasn't a single video. And I didn't get any instructions with this when I bought this from Peter Spares. It literally came in an envelope. It gave me the receipt. So thank you very much. And the rest is up to you. So it, you know, and it's only because of the fact that I've got the railroad version and I saw it's pretty much the same. I literally took the body off of that. Right, so that's that one. Right, so okie dokie. Right, so we've got that one now, and that's now done. So I'm now going to put the heat shrink across that. Right. Right. So we now have the white done, as you can see. We have the blue done, as you can see. So now comes the tricky bit, which is the red and the black. So what I've done with this is, yeah, that's what I did. I'm just trying to remember what I did last time, to be honest. Now, because this was a Lima DC version, I'd already sort of cut the wiring up so I can convert it to DCC, and I'm going to have to do it again because you can see where I've sort of heat shrink it, where I've cut it up previous to connect it to the... But hey ho, we'll have to do that again. So basically you have to basically cut into the red wire again and then connect the red wire, and we're doing the same again as what we did before with the bulbs. We're splitting two wires into one. So that's what we're going to be doing again. We're going to take two wires and put them into one. So that's what we're going to be doing now. So the red wire, which has got nothing wrong with it, we're going to have to cut up so we can then feed that in. Right, so there goes the red wire. So let's just split that. And once we split that, it's the red wire. It's because there's so many wires, because they gave you so much wiring in the wiring bundle. But I didn't want to cut it all short and then be short, if you see what I mean. So, right, so the next job is to cut that end off, strip that. Right, so that's that one done. The red one from the lighting board. Also needs to be stripped again, further back. Because that should provide the power. Come on, be good. It really is a pain. Like I said, my wire strippers don't go fine enough to be able to strip these wires down, which is why I'm having to sort of poke around with the scissors. Right, so that's that one. So those two will go together, and then the red from the socket will then marry up with the other two. So let me just get another piece of heat shrink, which will be that one. Feed that in there. So that's all ready. In fact, I'm going to have a longer piece. Don't know why I'm skimping on this. Got loads of this stuff. Sorry if I'm not keeping up with the chat. Right, so that's a bit from the socket. So that's that bit. Right, so that's that. Now we've got, that's from the motor like it was originally, and then we need the red from the lighting board, which is What have I done here? Right, okay. Sorry, that might have been me. Did I just pause the live stream? Right, let me get this red wire out. God, there's so many wires in here. Right, so there we go. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So we've got 1 from the motor, 1 from the socket, and then 1 from the lighting board. When I originally did this, I thought the decoder was going to power it and I wasn't going to need to do this. But as it turns out, I needed to power the lighting board. So right, so twist all those together. Put a bit of flux on there. And then clean the tip of the soldering iron and right, so that's that done. Let me just cut that end off. Right, so you now put the heat shrink over here. Let it go over the whole lot. Protect it. There we go. So again, just heat shrink it. Back of the soldering iron. FMR, hello, welcome to the stream. My apologies for missing anybody. Right, so that's that one. So the next one to do is to chop the black. Where is? So the black is here. So we need to chop the black up as well. Now, right. Okay, now that didn't work. And we'll get there. Aha, there we go. Right, so that's that one. So that's the black off of that. Now got to split again the black from the pickup to the socket. So we've got to split that out. Hello, Cotter welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. So we've now got one, so I need these two to be stripped. Now let's see what we've done here. Yep, that's not too much, that's good. And oh great, okay. I'll have to resolder that as well, because I've just taken it off the pickup. So that's an additional bit of soldering I have to do. That's fine. Right, so but at least that will make it easier in some ways. So that's sorry everybody. Right, so that's going to be a cut for that is that. That is that. In fact, I can do that from the top afterwards. So now I just need to. So I've got the black from the socket, black from the pickup, and I just need the black from the. Right, so again, once again, we join all these three together. the problem is with this is that I've been having my hand in the flux, so it makes it all a bit tricky to keep all the wiring together. Right, I think we are all there now. Yes, we are. Okay, so we've done that now. Right, so, and clean the head of the soldering iron. And they are all connected. Right, so now that's that done. I can now put the heat shrink on this end. And right, so now heat shrink that. Right, I think we're still going, aren't we? Right, okay, so now I'm just going to do this last one that came unsoldered from the pickup. So just dip that in there. Right, so that's okay. I'm getting quite nervous, you know. Right, so the only two that aren't connected right now is basically the actual lighting itself. So let's just put this onto the rolling road and see if 43020 is working, which right now it isn't, which is good stuff. Oh, here it is. Right, okay. Yeah, okay. It's not sitting on the rolling road properly, that's why. This rolling road, I really don't like it. But it has worked on the rolling road. Bear with me a minute. Hello, Stephen Cameron, and welcome to the stream. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this onto. I'm going to put the decoder on it on the main layout to make sure it is still running. It should still run because it's all connected up as it was, but bear with me a minute. Because my rolling road is a nightmare. So I'm just going to bear with me a minute. As you can probably hear in the background, it does actually work. Right. So yes. Oh, bye, Rachel. So as you can hear in the background, it did actually work. It's just for some reason that I've never really been a fan of my rolling road. And I've spent good money on it, to be honest, but it just doesn't seem to. Let me see if it just seems really picky about. Oh, there you go, look. So you can hear it. Right, okay, so that's good. So even though I haven't connected the lights to the lighting board, it is actually running again, so that's cool. Right, so the next thing to do is to connect the ends to the lighting board. And I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to see if I can. There are two at the end of this little beige thing. Ignore the wiring. You can see that there are two tabs, and you have to solder to them. And that's why I put the two wires into one, because there isn't enough space in the hole to sort of say that they're both going to fit. That's why I've just done it like that. So let's just. I want to see actually if I can run it and test it. Let's see. Right, so I'm gonna, as you can see, it's running. I just want to check to make sure that I'm sure it's just the other way around. It's a real pain. Right, well, I'll have to just test it up, solder it on and test it like that. Right. Now, from what I remember, the red went on this side. Right, so. We are going to test this. And in fact, what I will do is where's my this is my old Oak Common one, just to double check. I'm pretty certain that the red one went on the left. So I'm just going to quickly open this one up. I say quickly. It is a bit of a pain. In fact, I'll leave it. I'll do it. I can always desolder it, can't I? Right. So I'm going to cut this down slightly, actually, because it's just too much. Right. Okay. So we'll go to 2. Okay. Right. So that's that one. And we'll cut this one down a bit more as well. And that will cut down to 2. Right, so right, let's just dip that one in. And right, so I think that might be a bit much. It is such a nightmare, it's so fiddly. It is a bit fiddly, but I probably don't make my life easier because I do have some helping hands somewhere. And you're talking to somebody who really, really doesn't. Yeah, right, that's it. it is a fiddly job. The thing is, all the other wires were pre-wired, but this particular bit, to put it into the put it into the board, wasn't. Is that in? Yeah, it's definitely in. Right, so that's in. Right, let's try that one as well. And that can go into the flux as well. Right. That one's in there as well. And yes, it is. Right, see if this will. Oh, popped out. How annoying. It really is a fiddly job, this. Trying to sort of. Yeah, mind I don't burn myself. Yeah, exactly. That wouldn't be the first time. Right. Nope, not quite there yet. I think that might be it. Now the thing is, you can't put too much solder, because if you do, you might risk it spilling over the other side. So let's see. If we have. Oh yeah, we do. They do work. There we go, folks. I don't know if you can see the lights. Where are they? Can you see them? Oh, thank Christ for that. So you now see that it's there. It works. Thank God for that. Let's go for a bit of a. I was getting really worried now. I could feel the pressure of everybody around me going. Right. Okay. So we've now got this to work in some sort of. Now it looks like we've got spaghetti junction around here. Right. Can I go home now? Right. Like I said, I'm not very good at electrics, but this is something I've just kind of worked out, and it's quite good. So, right, what's the next job? So the next job is now you get. This is the interior lighting unit. Hello, Gary from Cheeky Tech. Welcome to the stream. So you usually get this for the Lima. You might not have it because sometimes you buy the second-hand versions and it's missing, but it is quite important because of the way that the lighting comes in through here. And you've kind of got these. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know if you can see, you've got these little lugs. You can see little gaps here, and basically the two little lugs on the side squeeze in and fit in. And basically the next thing to do really is to somehow squeeze all the wiring underneath. So bear with me a minute. I've earned a cup of tea, yeah. Look, I'm shaking like a leaflet. Right, bear with me 1 minute. I just need to clean my nose. Right, so the next thing to do is, let me see what you can see. Is let's just have a little bit of a clear out to make life easier. So this is the flux, just to quickly go over it, that I was using. That's the solder. Thank you, John. And this is to clean the fantastic gadget to clean the soldering tip. So I just dip it in here and it just cleans it all the time. So when you put the solder on the edge of the tip, it will actually stick to the edge of the tip. So that's really cool. That was given to me. So our next job is to somehow put this back as a HST, really. And what I'm going to do is tuck that underneath and hopefully clip this back in. And that's it. You can hear it pop. You can hear it clicking. And I think that one's in as well. Right, that's clicked as well. Right, so we've clicked. I don't click with many things, but I seem to have clicked with this. And we need, this is where it all gets tricky. I have no idea how I'm going to put all of this back together again, to be honest. Right, sorry if I'll show it to you once it's it is so fiddly doing this job. It really is. And this one needs to be over here as well. Now, I should say when you buy it, yeah, I have got some actually. I should say when I buy it, they actually give you this plate, and basically the bulb would sit into this plate. However, because I'm using two bulbs, you can't use this, so you have to kind of. In fact, I'm going to wash my hands. Bear with me a minute. Okie dokie. Right. To be honest, one of the things I found quite tricky about this is actually keeping the lights in the right position. Because I found it really, really tricky. There's one. Right, okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. It is a case of really, really trying. It's such a fiddly little job to get this done. Because like I said, I'm not using the plate that came with it. It's just right, okay. Now, let's see. Right. Right, we're getting there. I haven't got any black tack, but I've got white tack instead, or it's just, I'm just using that to try and hold it into position, but it's a bit, like I said, it really is a real fiddly job. And I hope I haven't damaged the bulbs trying to mess around, trying to get it into the right position. Okay, so let's see. This is how it kind of looks. It's a bit of a bodge, but you can see got two bulbs, one at each end. So let's just check that that still works. Actually, let me trim these two off because I don't like those two. Don't like to have. That's it. Oopsie. So I just want to make sure I haven't. Well, they are working, but I seem to have lost my. I don't think these are sitting on the rolling road. I hate this rolling road. I really do. But they do work. So what I'm going to do is just going to put this back onto the layout, and I'm going to put it on the layout and see if it will work. It's just that rolling road is so temperamental. So I'm just going to put it onto the layout, and if it works, I will see you on the layout. And then we're going to have to figure out how we're going to put Spaghetti Junction all back together again. So bear with me a minute. We're just going to put you onto the layout again. Yeah. I think I've put some all the way around. Bear with me a minute, everybody. So, talk amongst yourselves. I'm just trying to get this thing to run. And I think I've put the code on the wrong way around. Again, it's the thing with this socket. It doesn't tell you which pin's number one. Right, so I'm just going to pop you onto the other side. Bear with me a minute. So as you can see, the lights are actually working. So that's cool. For some reason, the loco isn't working at the moment, but the lights are. So let's get you back onto the bench. Right, so Right, so that's that. So let's put that back onto there. Right, let's see if we can. Right, I can't get it to run at the minute, but it's just probably something to do with my wiring somewhere on the line, maybe. That's gone a bit haywire. Let's just double check everything. And the black's gone to, because it works with the other one, so there isn't any reason why it shouldn't work with this one. I'm not too sure why it's not doing it, but what I'll do is I'll put the body back on, and then after you can sort of see it as it is, because like I said, I'm not quite sure what the reasoning is why it doesn't, whether I've lost a connection somewhere. Let's see if that's still connected up. That's still connected up. That's still hooked up. That's still hooked up. So I'm not entirely certain why it was working previous. So I'm not sure what the reasoning is. But it's a bit bizarre. But yeah, okay, fine. Right. So I don't know, I'm going to just quickly, bear with me a minute. I did have some clips somewhere for this to tidy up the wiring, but I don't know what's happened to it all. So I'm just going to, for now, because what I really wanted to show you is then, well, at least you know how it's done. I mean, I don't know why it's not running, because it was running earlier, so there isn't any real reason why it shouldn't run. But it's probably one of those things that might run afterwards. So let's just take this plate out. That would probably be the best thing to do. But I somehow struggle to put this all in here. Because then I can just show you with the body on so you can actually see the effect. But for whatever the reason, it's not running. I don't understand why, but I'll sort that out afterwards. But it's just mainly just to show you what the lighting is and how you do it. Because it's the same wiring arrangement as what's in 93. So, and it was running earlier, so I'm not quite sure. Right, so if I just do this like that for now. And like I said, what I did do is I put an extra light, an extra hole in there on this side to try and give it a daytime running light. So I'm going to put the prism back in, the lighting little glaze, and hopefully let's see if this will kind of, problem is with so much wiring. Like I said, I'm just going to leave it like this for now, and then we'll see how we get on. Unfortunately, I just don't want to end up cutting the wiring off. It's a bit of a nightmare. Like I said, I'll sort this out afterwards, but I wanted to just show you. Let's see if this works. This just, there you go, it just slots in like that. Let's see if it will. Right, I'm going to take you off the tripod and I'm going to show you what the, there is a bit of light bleed, but I can deal with that. So I'm just going to take you off the tripod, so bear with me a minute. Oh. Oh. There you go. That's it, that's a bit better. So that's how it looks on there. There's a little bit of light bleed on the top, but I can always paint that out, so it's not really a problem, but it just goes to show you that's how it works. Like I said, I don't know why it's not running. Because it's got the same lighting arrangement as the other one. Bear with me, looking at my ceiling. You don't want to look at my ceiling. So yeah, like I said, I'm not quite sure why it's doing that, but why it's not running, but I will sort it out and I'll let you know what the reasoning is. Like I said, it's the same on my other HST, so I don't understand why, and it was running earlier, so who knows what the issue is with that. So I'm going to leave you there. But like I said, you can see how it works and how it's wired. That is actually how it's wired. But like I said, it does need a lot more tidying up. And then once it's tidied up, then it will be fine. It's like I said, it's just at the moment, it's I need to work out what the thing is. So I'm going to tidy up this wiring and I'll see if I can figure out why it's not running. And then I'll get back to you at some point with an update, probably with the grand finale video. I'll probably show this to you running. So I'm not quite sure why it isn't, but we'll get it to run. So anyway, I'm really sorry if this hasn't really quite worked out. It's sort of like a partial success, I guess, because it does work. The lighting does work. I'm just not quite sure why, for whatever reason, it doesn't work now. So we'll find out. Anyway, so until the next time, it's goodbye from Milton and Volmer. Bye everyone. See you. Bye bye. And keep a look out on Facebook because I might put something up on Facebook if I get it to run. So take care. Bye everybody.